Week 1 is almost here in the NFL, so where do the Bears stack up in terms of the power rankings heading into Week 1 of the NFL season? Let's talk about it. What is going on, y'all? Faiz Sports Talk back at it, people. What another video talking, of course, some NFL here to talk about the Chicago Bears. So, guys, if you're a Bears fan or if you're just a fan of the NFL at large, hit the big red subscribe button. I promise you, you will not regret it. Make sure to follow me on all my social media platforms, guys. As always, hit the bell icon so you're notified every time I drop a new video. All right, people. So I thought it would be a fun exercise to take a look at, just see where are the Bears stacking up in the power rankings heading into Week 1. So if you guys don't know what power rankings are, they're basically just rankings of all of the 32 teams in the NFL. And every major media publication does this, right? Like NFL.com and, you know, Bleacher Report, NBC, CBS, etc., etc. And they basically go ahead and power rank all NFL teams every single week. So we don't have games being played, so this is going to be prior to Week 1. How do all these, media publications see the Bears? Like, is it closed for everybody? Do they have them ranked similarly? Like, let's take a look at that and then kind of give you guys my thoughts on where they should be ranked heading into Week 1. Let's go. All right, so here we go. Let's take a look at these power rankings. So I basically took a look around and saw which publications did have power rankings. Sometimes they don't do it before the season. Sometimes they'll do it during the season. So I couldn't find it for all of them, but here were the ones that I did find. The first one I want to talk about is the Ringer. So the Ringer had the Bears 29th out of 32 teams in their power rankings. They had the Bears better than the Seahawks, the Falcons, and the Texans, but worse than the Jets, Giants, Lions, Panthers, and Jaguars. Okay. Next one was Yahoo. They had the Bears ranked 28th. Then we had Bleacher Report. They had the Bears ranked 30th. Then I saw NFL.com had the Bears ranked 32nd, so dead last, like the worst team in football. And surprisingly, ESPN was the highest out of everybody that I did see. They had the Bears ranked 25th out of 32 teams. So let's take a look at if I agree with these power rankings or not. So this is just from a strict roster perspective, okay? This isn't as much projection as it is just, okay, what is the raw talent on the roster right now? Because we haven't seen games played yet, so we don't really know who's good, who's not. We just have to base it off of the roster. And from a roster perspective, I will tell you, objectively speaking, the Bears are better and have a better roster than the Seahawks, the Texans, the Falcons, and the Giants. I can say that for sure. And remember, roster includes quarterback, right? So like the Falcons have Kyle Pitts and they have Drake London, who both are expected or are very good, but they have Marcus Mariota at quarterback. And then you take a look at the Bears with Justin Fields. He is a quarterback that's better than Marcus Mariota, but they don't have the Kyle Pitts, they don't have the Drake London. So obviously that's what I'm trying to say here with, it's not just about, the talent, it's all about where you have it as well. The Packers would literally be ranked as probably the worst team in football if Aaron Rodgers was not on their quarterback, their quarterback on the roster. So you get my point here. So the Bears are better and have a better roster than the Seahawks, Texans, Falcons, and Giants. Then we take a look at where it's debatable. And I think it's debatable with the Panthers, with the Jets, and with the Lions. And also the Jaguars. So those four, it's debatable, but actually I would probably lean towards the Bears having a worse roster than them, than the Jets, Panthers, Lions, and Jaguars. So I would say they're probably below them. So in essence, I would say the Bears should be ranked, objectively speaking, prior to the season, anywhere from 25th to 28th. That's kind of the range where I see it from a roster and talent perspective for the Bears. And again, I think this team will be very solid in the sense of they'll play hard and they'll make it difficult for every team on their schedule, but it necessarily might not translate to win. So objectively speaking, I'll say 25 to 28. I think 32nd. There's no way they're the worst team in football. And I've talked about this in other videos, folks. You guys can go check it out. I literally broke it down, position by position, why I don't think the Bears are the dead last worst team in football. In fact, they're, in the bottom 10, but they're not the worst. So that's where I have it, 25th through 28th. Objectively speaking, where do you guys think the Bears should be ranked in terms of the power rankings? Leave a comment down below of who they're better than, who they're worse than. As always, thanks for watching.